What is the number one reason why people don't live the life they're supposed to do? That's what the boss said to me, that I'm going to fail in business. It didn't go down well. It did not go down well. He said, well, good luck with that. Your business probably won't succeed. Whatever you're trying to do, you won't succeed at it anyway. So, but the thoughts of starting my own business was from 29. So I rode with it, went with it. And I'm grateful that for all the challenges I've had and all the victories I've had as well. This was on my honeymoon. And hey, let me tell you this.
What is the number one reason why most people fear discovering themselves, who they are, and what they are supposed to do?
What is the number one reason why people don't live the life they're supposed to do? One, I suppose they don't know what that life is. Two, they've been conditioned in a way that maybe from their parents, maybe from relatives, maybe from family members or their environment that says, actually, what I'm supposed to be doing in my life is I'm supposed to be a doctor, or they're told, go and be a doctor, go and be an engineer, be an accountant. There's nothing wrong with those fields. But if you end up doing that and every day you don't feel any fulfillment with that, what is the point? Life is for living, and you're going to do this for 20 years, 30 years, 40. And most people don't know what they're supposed to be doing with their life because not many people teach that. And for most people as well is we are conditioned to chase money. So I need to find a job. I need to pay my bills. And you're getting to that job. You're in there for whatever, 5 years thinking, oh, maybe I'll change. I'll go somewhere. You're there for maybe 10 years, 20 years sometimes, moving from department to department or moving from office to office or moving from company to company, looking for that fulfillment. And that's not coming. And when you discover what it is you're really supposed to do and you do that every day, that's more fulfillment. I'm talking from my own personal experience. I graduated. I have an MBA in business administration. So I'm working for these companies. I worked for 3 corporations in my working career. I worked for 3 corporations. The first company, after my graduation, they took me on as a graduate management trainee. So they took me on as a baby, worked the first time in the workplace, graduate management trainee. And I went through the graduate training program as a manager. I spent 7 years with them, promotion after promotion after promotion. But it came a time when I'm thinking, I'm not satisfied here. I'm not really happy here after 7 years. So I start looking for another job. And so I get into this other job with another corporation. I last for 2 years there. After that, during that time, I'm thinking, is this what it is? And I'm not fulfilled. And so I leave and I join another company. Guess how long I last? 1 year. 1 year. And I'm just thinking, I'm not happy here. I'm not fulfilled here. And so after some kind of argument with my boss, I quit. I came back the next day. I wrote out a letter of resignation. I gave it to him. I gave him the resignation letter. And when I gave it to him, he said, well, good luck with that. Your business probably won't succeed. Whatever you're trying to do, you won't succeed at it anyway. So we'll look forward to having you back at some point. That's what the boss said to me, that I'm going to fail in business. That's what my boss said to me. That's the kind of person that person was. And what I had done, because I was feeling dissatisfied, I had months before that, I'd already been considering, do I start a business? What business should I start? And accidentally, I fell into the IT space. I started to study in my own spare time, started studying, web development, design, e-commerce. So I'd studied web design. So I started doing web design so before I quit, I already started doing web design for a couple of people. I thought, I could do this. So that gave me the impetus to quit when things weren't going right with my boss, and I think I'm not going anywhere with this guy. Nothing's going to happen. So let me do my own thing. And it was getting into that particular business for me was a mistake, because I got into the web design IT business chasing money, because I've got to replace my salary. I'd quit this job. I had a company car, healthcare, pension. I had it all. My wife, hey, let me tell you this. When I say it was a mistake, it was like I was chasing money, and that time in the 1999 2000, the whole trend was web. That's the way things were. That was the trend. So I went with the trend rather than going with my own skill set, the things that I'm good at, the things that I naturally. So it was an uphill ride to really do that business, and this was a time. I'll tell you something. It was on my honeymoon. I remember I just got married that year. I remember it well, and I said to my wife, "Look, I'm not enjoying work. I think there's more to life than what I'm doing there. I want to start my own business." This was on my honeymoon, and remember, I've just got married. Married, and I've got a good, secure job. I'm getting paid very, very well. I've got a company car. I've got everything going for me. I was saying to my wife, I'm going to quit. It didn't go down well. It did not go down well. Years have gone by that I made that promise to my wife that, look, our life is going to be great. We're going to do, but I think I need to start this business. It didn't go down well, but she again supported me. And here we are after many years. Businesses, I've created businesses, I've sold businesses, I've made millions. And so for me, it was a tough decision at a time, but I rode with it, went with it. And I'm grateful that for all the challenges I've had and all the victories I've had as well.
No, I think that Mrs. Atram should actually write a book, and the first chapter of the book is going to be like,
Yeah, that's the title.
It's going to be on the honeymoon. During the honeymoon, she start a series. She should start a series.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a crazy decision, but that's how I felt. I felt so intent on that.
Were you by then? How old were you by then?
I was, let me see, I was on my honeymoon, I was 30, but the thoughts of starting my own business was from 29. So I'm working with this company. I'm not happy. Things are not going well. So I started, some people start their business in their early 20s. I know you started younger than that. It was later, 29, 30. It's not too old, but
no, it's not at all.
Yeah. That's
I am just thinking of during the honeymoon, if you told me if whatever I had during my honeymoon is stuck in the end.
Yeah, that would be yeah. But my wife is so kind and generous and understanding me. After 25 years together, she of all people, she really understands my mind and how and why I do what I do. Sometimes crazy visions, but I don't know if she understands more than most, but more than that, I think she's very supportive of what I do, and I'm very supportive of her as well. So it's that kind of relationship we have. So the early days was very turbulent, very turbulent, because we didn't really understand each other, and it's new relationship. And over time, the waves have got a bit smoother, a lot smoother.
I am a crazy fan of Stormzy. I remember years back, I was watching one of Stormzy's video, and I saw someone. I said, this place looks familiar, only familiar, because at that time I familiarized myself with your wife, because you'd always post Mrs. A, and she'd always post you. And I was watching Stormzy's video. I was like, this face is oddly familiar. So I thought it was proud. My brain just playing tricks on me. Then I think a few days after that, so whatever Stormzy drops, I see the music the same day. I'm an ardent follower of Clumsy all the time. So I did a few days after that, and then Linda posted a pianist video in Clumsy, and I was like, I knew it.
Oh,
And that Tiana, that was the video that Tiana was dancing.
yeah.
And I was like, that after that, I was like, wait, he's gonna literally just dancing. And so I called a friend of mine in London. My friend was like, Prince, it is the hardest thing to get casted to dance in a music video because there are so many dancers that to actually be selected, you must be part of the top 1%. And then I was like, oh, Mark is not necessarily training people to be business people or that. He's training people to be top 1% in whatever field that they choose to be in.
That's a good way to look at it. That is,
And I think that should be your tagline.
yeah.
In the top 1%.
Be
In
one of the
industry.
1%. I like that.
In the industry.
Yeah, the 1% club.
And exactly, that is actually what you do it. I was like, yeah.
That's
So, well, I mean, this was an enlightening.
so. If you don't know my backstory in terms of how I started my business and how I grew my business and how I did all of that, make sure you check out the previous podcast where I go into all of that. And I'm planning that the next podcast. Let's do this. I want to talk about some of my real estate deals and how I got into real estate, some of the deals I've done, and let's see if that can inspire you as well.